Hey there, guys. It's a little bit chilly here today. I don't know if you can see the snow is falling. A couple weeks ago, I took delivery of my new 2025 Ford Maverick that I'm going to use as a work truck for my contracting business. I ordered this back in August, and I've had it for almost 2 weeks now. I put about 1,000 miles on it, and I am absolutely stoked about this truck. It works much better than I was expecting for a little truck. I've gotten up to 58 miles to the gallon in it. It is a hybrid all-wheel drive Lariat. One thing that is a little disappointing is I priced out a canopy for the back, and it's almost $1,000 a foot. This bed is 4 foot 5 inches, I believe, and I was quoted $4,300 for a canopy, which is insane. So what I've done is I've bought the cheapest roll top aluminum tonneau cover that I could find on Amazon. It should be fairly waterproof, and it's lockable, so I'll be able to put tools and stuff in the bed and lock it up if I got to run into a store or something. It's inside my shop. I'm going to unbox it, assemble it, and then hopefully I can get it on this thing by myself. Now I want to start by saying that I paid for this. Nobody gave me this. This is 100% on me. So let's open up the box. I've already kindly followed the directions for removing the top. So let's get this thing opened up and see what's inside. Uh-oh. That looks like an F-150, but that's okay because it says Maverick on the box. Looks like a very well put together owner's manual, which is nice. The reason I'm making this video is I looked all over the interwebs before I pulled the trigger on this, and there's not a single video on it except for a very brief one made by the manufacturer. So I'll see if I can elaborate a bit on it. I think it's a fairly simple install, but they want you to assemble it and then put it on the truck, so that might be the tricky part for me. Well, let's get this thing out. And it is super cold in here. I might fire up my diesel heater and switch you over to voiceover mode so that I can be warm but still talk. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. We'll switch you over to voiceover. All right, I'm going to shut the heat down for a second because I've got to show you something. I was not expecting this, but these bed rails have the T-channel so that I can add accessories like a rack, all kinds of different stuff that you slide into that slot. And then the underside, look at this. You've got like this 3-inch wide foam with this rubber lip for waterproofing that looks like it's going to work really well. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by these. I paid for this, but so far I am completely impressed with the build quality. The extruded aluminum and powder coated, it looks, or maybe anodized, but it looks really good so far. Okay, I need to turn the heat back on. When assembling these little nut fixtures, the instructions show a washer, but there was no washer in the set, so I'm assuming they decided they don't need them. But you've got a little Allen keyway in there. You need to make sure that is up and that your threads are sticking out of the raised side of this little track nut here. So far, so easy. Something the instructions don't tell you, once you slide these into this slot, take your Allen wrench and just gently lock at least the one in place. The other one can slide, but if you don't lock this one down, they'll end up falling back out as you try to assemble this. I've been fighting this, so lock them down. That way you don't have to fight them. I honestly don't know if I can put this thing together by myself. This thing retracts, and so you're constantly fighting it, trying to get these on. I tried taking this piece of foam. I need more hands. Maybe I got something here. Maybe I got something here, guys. Maybe I don't. Not even running the heater anymore because I'm roasting, fighting this thing. I think we might be onto something. If I can get these bolts in from the underside. Once I get this tightened and locked in, I'll show you what it is that I'm doing. Just no way to film it and put this thing together. All right, I'm going to attempt to stand this up and get the other two bolts in and tighten the ones that I just installed without this thing completely coming apart on me. Do yourself a favor, if you have this ball tip style Allen wrench, use it. It'll help. Oh, I don't think my Allen's the right size. Nope. And if you don't have the right size ball tip, just struggle with this one. Whew, that was not fun. I think two people could struggle a lot less than I did. Anyway, now it wants me to tape a piece of foam across the front of the truck bed. So I'm gonna open up the door. I'm gonna have to bring it in here somehow and dry it off because it's been snowing like crazy for the last hour. So it's wanting a piece of weather stripping across the top of this, which might take a minute. I might set my heater up in here to warm all this up and dry it out. Man, it got crazy all of a sudden. So, At first I wasn't seeing why you needed these, but you do, because if you tighten all this down, it'll cause this to flex and it binds up the roll top part. So these little plastic nubs that go on the end of these, I could not get to fit, so I took them to the drill press and just kind of opened them up just a fuzz. So I'm hoping I can get these on now, and that way I can adjust the plane of these rails and the top won't bind. All right, I've run into a little problem. So these brackets that hold the rails to the bed sides, I've got this one in just above this bed rail. I guess it wouldn't be a problem if you didn't have the forward bed rail in there, but the other one that's going to go up front, there's not enough room between the top of this rail and the rubber stopper. So what I did is I took it to the belt sander and I made it about half the thickness as what it was. You could probably do it with a razor knife if you had to. I just used the belt sander real quick. The plans show a bracket system that will attach it right to this, but it wants you to email somebody and get the proper fittings, but I think just by shortening this down, I can make it work. I got a little bit of adjustment to do. I think that'll work. I don't want it to slam back into the thing, so I think a little bit of tension's okay. Now there is a piece that you can mount to the top of the tailgate that will latch onto this and lock, but my tailgate already has a lock on it, so I'm not worried about that part of it. If this is locked, you won't be able to open that or the tailgate, so I am not going to install that piece. It seems pretty secure. To open it, if you don't have the tailgate down, you can press this button. I've found that you have to kind of pull back a little bit and then push the button. You can also use this lanyard and click it to the right, and then if you straighten it back out, it will stop. There's detents in the side bed rails that will allow you to lock it in place so that you don't have to have it open all the way. If you just have something in the back of the bed that's going to stick out, you can still have half the bed covered up. It's still sticking a little bit there. It did come with some lube to put in the rails, so I might try that. But again, I like the fact that it's not going to slam home. It'll eventually go. There it goes. There was also included 4 pieces of this wire loom that attach to drains on the both rails, and then there's 2 up underneath the unit. I don't know if you can see them, but I ran them out through the factory holes in the bed. They do include a hole saw. If you didn't have these, you could drill a hole, but I obviously didn't need to do that. You can hook this lanyard to the side, and that way it doesn't get tangled up in your bed of your truck. I'll probably put some lights underneath as well. Got the bed light here, but when that's closed, I think it's going to be pretty dark. And yes, I left the blue covering on the stainless steel up there, or aluminum, whatever it is. Well, all in all, I'm pretty darn happy with this thing. I think for $750, it's an excellent value. The build quality seems to be really good. All the seals are nice and tight and uniform. Seems like pretty high quality aluminum. It just fits great. And compared to a $4,300 canopy, I think this is going to work for now. And especially with these T-slots, I will be looking into a rack that I can use to haul lumber. Not obviously a 1-ton dually lumber rack, but just something that I can haul a couple of longer bits of material. I have hauled some 10-foot lumber in this without any issue at all. But it would be nice to just have a little bit of overhead cargo ability as well. Quick update. I applied the supplied lubricant to the rails on both sides. And now it's like freewheeling. I don't want to let go of the lanyard so that it slams home. Excellent. Well, guys, I've been running this thing for about a week now, week and a half, and it has worked perfectly. Zero complaints. I am super happy. I'm able to put my filthy coveralls in the back after a day of work, and I can come home and they're dry. The only problem I've had, which would be a problem with any of these, is ice buildup. We've had some pretty cold weather for our area, but you can still access everything through the tailgate. Other than that, still super stoked about this truck. It's working great. This tonneau cover does make a small bed smaller, but so far it hasn't been an issue, and I've still got my dually if I need to haul anything big. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I appreciate you watching. I've got some other stuff that I've filmed. I've just been super busy. I haven't had time to edit anything, but stick around, guys. We'll see you soon.